Greetings, this is Spec Ops 56 coming to you from the man cave in reloading bench number 1. And this is my video entry into Buckrun11's May prepping challenge. Buckrun11 wanted to see what kind of fire making preps that we could get for $5. So I'm going to show you what I got. First of all, I went to Academy Sports, and for $1.99 I picked up this box of 12 Coleman fire starter sticks. Okay. Then I went to the Dollar Tree store, and for a total of $3 I got this 3-pack of butane lighters. I got this box of first aid rolled gauze, cotton gauze, and I got this 2-pack of chapstick / lip balm. Now, the Coleman fire starter sticks and the lighters here, it's pretty obvious what they have to do with making fire. But you might be wondering what the first aid gauze and chapstick have to do with making fire. Well, allow me to demonstrate. All right, most of you are familiar with the Vaseline and the cotton ball fire starter trick. And that is what I consider to be probably the best overall general fire starter that you can have or you can make. But you might be out in the field and you might not have been planning on starting a fire, or you just might not have brought your fire starter. You might have used up all your fire starter, your cotton ball stuff. And, you know, making it out in the field is a little bit, more difficult, unless you happen to be bringing a bag of cotton balls and a jar of Vaseline with you, which if you are, I don't want to know about it. Now, so there's a way to make an expedient fire starter that is not as good as the cotton ball with Vaseline, but it is pretty darn good. And it's a usable substitute. And I'm not going to be using the gauze and the chapstick lip balm that I bought at the dollar store. I'm just going to leave those in the package because I already had an open package of rolled gauze, and I had this Milk Duds flavored chapstick sitting around on my dresser for quite a while now, so I wanted to use that because it has color and you'll be able to see just what I'm doing. Now, I figured that, in your first aid kit when you're around hiking, you'll probably have a piece of rolled gauze, and you might have a chapstick, especially if you live in a colder climate. And even if you don't, it's not a bad thing to throw in there, and here you're about to see why. What you want to do, first you take about a 6-inch strip of the rolled gauze, and take your knife, cut it off, and you want to take the gauze, flatten it out, lay it down, take your chapstick, and just kind of like a crayon, just start wiping it on here. It doesn't need a real heavy coat, but you want to make sure you got enough. Just keep wiping it across here. You can kind of see, just how much I'm putting on here. There's no set amount, just about like that is good. So you take that. Next thing you want to do is take this, ignore my shaky hands, and tie it in a little bit of a knot. Man, my hands are shaky today. Okay, there. Doesn't have to be tight, just a good little knot. Something like that. Now, I made this one up earlier out of just plain gauze. And while you can, of course, start a fire with this, if your tinder is bone dry, then you don't necessarily need to do this. Just a chunk of this gauze, and you set it on fire with your lighter, it'll burn. But I've timed it out, and just the plain piece of gauze this size will burn for 1 minute before it goes out on its own. Whereas this, after you've applied the chapstick, this will burn for about 3.5 minutes. And it burns at a good hot flame. So if your tinder is maybe a little bit damp, 1 or 2 of these should be sufficient. Now I will tell you that unlike the cotton ball with the Vaseline, you're not going to be able to start this up with a spark. It just doesn't do it. I tried it and it just doesn't work. But if you've got your lighter with you, then just light the tail and watch it burn. What you've got is the wax in the chapstick acts a lot like the Vaseline does with the cotton ball. And this doesn't take much of your roll of gauze, so you still have plenty left if you need it to wrap up an injury. But this will help you to get a little hotter flame and for it to burn longer so that you have a better chance of getting a fire started. Now I'm not going to make you sit here and watch this thing for 3.5 minutes, but just take my word for it. I did time the burn with and without the chapstick, and 3.5 minutes is what the chapstick piece did, and 1 minute is what the plain gauze did. So this is my video response to the $5 Prepper channel and a little bit of a survival tip for you. So I hope that you found this useful. So this is Spec Ops 56 saying good luck to all who enter, but I hope I get my $5 back. So over and out.